It's not about the winds. It's about the silence before the storm. How does a legacy this colossal, this terrifyingly consistent, hide in plain sight? We're peeling back the shimmering facade of tennis royalty, not to celebrate, but to investigate the sheer, bewildering longevity of a force named Venus Williams. This isn't just a sports story, it's a genetic anomaly wrapped in Kevlar, a 2-decade-long echo that refused to fade. Forget the major trophies for a moment, because what's truly frightening is the psychological grip, the sheer, unimaginable pressure cooker that sustained her career far past the expiration date dictated by human biology and competitive exhaustion. Picture this, a decade after her first Wimbledon title, experts were already writing her retrospective. They saw the speed, the devastating power, the elegance, and they assumed the natural arc, a few years of dominance, followed by the inevitable, graceful decline. But Venus didn't read the memo. She didn't just stay relevant, she became a ghost in the machine, haunting the very courts where younger rivals, faster and theory, more resilient, expected to seize control. The initial shock isn't the number of titles she collected, the genuine, skin-crawling astonishment lies in the utter defiance of time, physics, and conventional wisdom. She moved from a lightning strike to atmospheric pressure, constant, crushing, inescapable, and this relentless presence is the odd detail that defies rational explanation. The atmosphere around her matches was never merely competitive, it was apocalyptic. Opponents didn't just fear losing, they feared facing an entity that had witnessed the evolution of the sport multiple times over, adjusting her tactics with alien precision. It's whispered that during high school, while practicing, Venus once hit a serve so hard, it cracked the court surface slightly upon impact. This wasn't training, it was environmental sculpture. But the true, unexpected twist isn't her physical intensity, it's the quiet, cold war she waged off-court. While the world watched the baseline battles, she was surgically restructuring the financial landscape of tennis. Imagine sitting across the negotiating table from someone who commands the respect of courtside announcers and global CEOs alike, someone who leveraged her sheer, undeniable market presence to demand equal prize money. That wasn't lobbying, that was a power move that fundamentally altered the economic destiny of hundreds of female athletes, transforming the game forever simply by existing at the highest echelon. In reality, her career wasn't a sunlit triumph, it was a tightrope walk over an abyss. Her diagnosis with Sjögren syndrome in 2011 should have been the definitive endpoint, the final, tragic curtain call dictated by an unpredictable autoimmune disorder. Instead, she returned. Not just to play, but to compete, to reach Grand Slam finals, defying medical prognosis and common sense. It's a terrifying testament to mental fortitude, suggesting a source of determination that surpasses mere desire or ambition. It's almost driven. The sheer terror of her perseverance stems from realizing that she operated under duress, managing an invisible enemy while maintaining absolute physical and technical excellence. It's far more unsettling than raw dominance, it's dominance achieved while fighting a war on two unforgiving fronts. Few realize that early in her transition to professional tennis, Venus was encouraged by her father to incorporate subtle elements of chess strategies into her match preparation, viewing each opponent rotation as a new endgame scenario. The raw, palpable fear she instilled wasn't based on physical intimidation, but on intellectual omniscience. Facing Venus meant facing 2 decades of accumulated knowledge distilled into a single, elegant competitor. She was the ghost of tennis past, present, and future, all serving at 120 miles per hour. The ultimate climax, the most spine-chilling revelation, is that the very fight for equal pay, her monumental, world-changing achievement, was secured largely not through loud protest, but through quietly showcasing an unassailable professional decorum. Her elegance and fierce determination became the political lever. It forced the establishment's hand because disrespecting her meant disrespecting the sheer, unblinking dedication she brought to the sport every single day, regardless of physical pain or public scorn. The hidden fact is chilling, only 2 players in the Open era have maintained a top 10 singles ranking presence over a period spanning 2 decades, and she is one of them. That level of prolonged statistical presence is less a career and more a statistical haunting. The real question isn't how she won, but but what terrifying price was paid for that relentless, unyielding longevity. We celebrate the titles, the money, the groundbreaking influence, but what lies beneath the composure of a figure who defined excellence for generations? What kind of internal engine requires such continuous maintenance, such unrelenting self-discipline, and what happens when that engine finally, inevitably, slows down for good? We see the trophies, the terror is realizing how much of her life, her very being, had to be ruthlessly sacrificed to maintain the facade of absolute, perfect professional execution for 25 years. When the fear is gone, what remains? Is the legacy of such terrifying consistency a burden or a blessing for those who dare follow?